Well, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. We are back with another update on the COVID-19 and postal operations. Today's date is Saturday, April 25, 2020. It's been a few weeks since we last posted a video, and that's because, quite frankly, all the information that we previously provided and anything new you can easily access on the NALC webpage or through the NALC app. The statements from President Orlando and the podcast are really great. Branch 11 also provided a compilation to each steward, and a binder was given to every representative in Region 3 with all the memos and agreements related to COVID-19. But probably the most pressing issue, Mike, is the request for leave.
FFCRA.
Yes, we've been able to fix these issues when notified. I say the most important documentation here is the 3971. If properly completed and submitted, it shouldn't be a problem. Contact Ronnie Morgan in Branch 11 or the regional NALC office in other parts of the state if you need help with that. I just want to quickly update Branch 11 members on the planned events for the coming months. As you all know, the food drive has been postponed, and we will keep you posted on how that would look if it happens at all this year. There will be no regular branch meeting for the month of May, and the June meeting will be rescheduled as well, probably the latter part of that month or July if it happens. The MDA Day at the ballpark has been canceled. Heck, there's no baseball. As well as the Illinois State Convention. As for the National Convention, a final decision will be made in the coming weeks by our national office. If I was a betting person, though, Mike, I would say it's not going to happen this year. But we will let you know as soon as we know, or look for notifications from the NALC. The Labor Day picnic is still a possibility. If that happens, it will look a lot different. You know, no jumping jacks, different games. But we'll let you know. Now, Mike will give you an update on workroom floor stuff. Mike.
Thanks, Mac. Brothers and sisters, we have accomplished our goal of flattening the curve and slowing the spread of COVID-19 within our workplaces, with our families, and our communities. The fight is not over, of course, and the stresses of worrying about what we've touched and who we've come in contact with, that will continue. Mac and I have had to go out to a bunch of post offices over the past couple of weeks to give the stand-up talk. I'd also like to thank Branch 825 President Jay Rickey, Branch 4016's President and Vice President Dan Smith and Patrice O'Banner, and Branch 11's Vice President Elise Foster and OWCP Rep Ronnie Morgan for helping with those as well. Mac, we're like the Grim Reaper showing up at a post office these days.
I know, right?
It means that somebody that works in that facility has tested positive for the virus. But also, this office visit has given us the chance to go over the safety procedures that are in place at that facility and answer any questions that the carriers may have. In the state of Illinois, we have had 45 members test positive for the virus, all in the Chicago area thus far. It's been 22 in the Chicago district, 13 in the Lakeland district, and 10 in the Central Illinois district. With those 45 cases, they're spread out amongst 32 different facilities. So the good news, Mac, is that we've been generally successful in keeping the virus from spreading from person to person inside of post offices. I'm also extremely happy to be able to report that all of our people are recovering well or have completely recovered at this time. Now, Governor Pritzker has ordered, beginning on May the 1st, this Friday, individuals will be required to wear a face covering or a mask when in a public place where they can't maintain a 6-foot social distance. Face coverings will also be required in public indoor spaces such as stores. Many municipalities in the Chicagoland area also have similar ordinances. The Postal Service put out a stand-up talk this past week, which, by the way, I was able to locate easily by going to the NALC.org and clicking on the COVID-19 tab. The talk says that the Postal Service will require all employees to wear face coverings, one, where there is a local or state face covering order or directive in place, like Illinois, or two, when an employee not dealing directly with the public cannot achieve or maintain social distancing in the workplace. Brothers and sisters, still make sure the proper procedures are in place so we can keep a healthy distance inside the post office at all times, and we should be able to do the same in most cases on the street. Here you see on your screen Gabriela Vasquez from Harwood Heights Station in Chicago. She's donning the new white cotton face coverings that are being provided to all employees in packs of 5. These packs of masks will also be delivered by us to every residence in America soon. Mac?
Yeah, Branch 11, Mike, actually has asked all our stewards to wear masks. Of the numbers that you just mentioned, over 30 positives are a member of Branch 11, including 4 of our stewards.
Wow.
So we will be providing our stewards with this Branch 11 face mask. And if any members would like to have one, they're $5 a piece. We're not making any money off this. 100% cotton and washable. Our now Cicero, Evanston, and Glenview offices, they have to wear masks now in public. So get with your steward, they will take your order.
Thanks, Mac. With the curve having been flattened, we are starting to move on to the next phase. And that phase obviously still includes changing our behaviors, like wearing a mask now and still sanitizing our vehicles and washing our hands throughout the day. Continue to monitor the CDC special page for parcel delivery drivers. It has some real good information on it for us. But now we got to turn our attention to the financial issues of the Postal Service. We've stayed in business during this pandemic, and that's good. And we are getting the job done, but not without some losses. Letter mail volume just isn't there right now, you know that. And it probably won't pick up anytime soon. The Postal Service is losing billions of dollars in revenue. To that end, the NALC is proposing 5 provisions that should be included in the next stimulus bill, which you can now see on your screen. We are asking all members to click on the action needed link on the NALC.org homepage to contact your congressman and also Senators Duckworth and Durbin. So far, 37,000 of our members from around the country have done just that. It only takes a minute, so go do it now, and tomorrow too, and the next day. Stay tuned because this fight is just heating up. Of course, President Trump chimed in yesterday that he would never let our post office fail. But he also said that he wants the Treasury to loan money instead of the financial bailout due to COVID-19 issues that the NALC and the Postal Service itself is proposing. We will certainly need all of our members ready to act to preserve cheap, universal service for all Americans.
Mike, the other evening we actually had a web-based meeting with our stewards. And one of them asked me, they said carriers are coming, they're asking me, are we really in danger this time? Are we just crying wolf? I said, well, you know what, let me just put it like this. I wouldn't be making any major purchases right now, like a car note or a mortgage. Right. If you go to work, you see the businesses closed, the stores closed. That's a lot of people that are not working. As Mike mentioned, mail volume is down. If the Postal Service is not included in any stimulus, and they weren't included in the one last night, right, by the fall, postal operations could look very different. This is real, y'all. Sign up for the Letter Carrier Political Fund. Contact your representative. Listen closely to what they are saying and what they are not saying. For instance, if the Postal Service takes this $10 billion loan from the Treasury, they will take over postal operations and, of course, immediately void our contracts. The Postal Service needs relief just like the airlines and other corporations due to COVID-related losses. They need compensation due to the loss of mail volume, to pay for the 80 hours of leave for everyone. If hazard pay is provided to other federal workers, postal workers should be included. We are not seeking postal reform at this time. We just know that the Postal Service needs COVID-related relief. These are the asks that we are making right now. And unfortunately, it appears to be falling on deaf ear. We've been saying it all along. The people that we elect and we support are important to our way of lives and to our jobs. Get involved, letter carriers. The time is now. $5 a pay period isn't much to ask. contact your local representatives. Until next time, be safe.
Be safe, brothers and sisters. Thank you.
God bless you.